Hey, you! Before you watch this, pause the video and subscribe to SemiPro right now. With the MLB season potentially starting soon, which if you want the details on that, you can go ahead and click the link below. I will put it in the description. I just made a video about the latest news on that. I thought it would be appropriate to rank the best players in the league coming into the season. Now, before I start this list, a couple of things. Team success will be taken into account to an extent, and no cheaters will be on this list. That means no Astros batters, no Altuve, no Bregman. If they have great 2020 campaigns with no sign stealing, then they might be able to earn their way back into the consideration, but that needs to be proven before they can come back on. Now, without further ado, here is the top 10 MLB players going into the 2020 season. Number 10, Francisco Lindor. Since being called up to the majors in 2015, Lindor has been a very consistent and underrated player for the Cleveland Indians, and not to mention has actually graced the cover of the best baseball video game on the market. Excluding his partial rookie season, Lindor has been an all-star every year and has held a constant average above 280. He is on an Indians team that is trending up and is looking like they will be a competitor for the next few seasons at the very least. Lindor has a big opportunity to move up this list very quickly with team success and personal success. Number 9, Max Scherzer. Since being traded from the Detroit Tigers, Max Scherzer has been one of the most consistent pitchers baseball has to offer, leading the league in wins in 2016 and 18, having a below 3 ERA every season in Washington, and leading the NL in strikeouts from 2016 through 2018. However, last season, Scherzer did suffer a back injury and missed some time, so his numbers are not nearly as high from previous seasons. With an 11-7 record, Scherzer held down the fort with a 2.92 ERA and an NL League high 12.9 strikeouts per 9 innings. Hopefully, with a healthy 2020 season, Scherzer will be able to produce the kind of season that we are used to seeing from him as a Washington National. Number 8, Ronald Acuna Jr. One of the best young players in the MLB, Acuna won NL Rookie of the Year in 2018 and only continued to improve his game in 2019. It was a historic season not only for Acuna, but for the MLB as well, as he recorded 41 home runs and 37 stolen bases, the closest to the 40-40 record since Alfonso Soriano achieved it in 2006. Along with Soriano, only Barry Bonds and Alex Rodriguez have achieved that feat. At only 22 years old, Acuna has many years ahead of him to achieve this, possibly even in multiple seasons. The future is bright for Acuna, and the Braves are looking like they are going to be a really good team for a long time. Number 7, Nolan Arenado. Despite low team success, Nolan Arenado has been one of the most consistent hitters in baseball, ending up in the top 8 of the MVP voting and earning an All-Star appearance each of the past 5 seasons. 2019 was arguably his best season since 2015. He hit .315, 41 home runs, and 118 RBIs with very supportive numbers in the percentages as well. Without much team success from the Rockies, it is hard to rank Arenado any higher, but you cannot ignore the productive consistency from the plate he gives, and not to mention that stellar defense. Number 6, Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom could easily be the number 1 pitcher in baseball if it were not for his record. Although he has won back-to-back NL Cy Youngs and held ERAs of 1.7 and 2.43, his records the past 2 seasons have been 10-9 and 11-8. Not too bright from an ace pitcher. However, he absolutely deserves to be on this list with his unbelievable ERA and strikeout numbers in recent years. deGrom, almost 32, will still continue to produce at a high level as the Mets look to turn the corner and aim for the playoffs in the NL East. Maybe he can be the number 1 pitcher in baseball if the record improves, which could very likely be the case as the Mets roster has made a lot of improvements. Number 5, Gerrit Cole. After earning AL Cy Young runner-up, only behind his teammate at the time, Justin Verlander, Cole decided to move to the Big Apple and play for the legendary New York Yankees, signing a luxurious 9-year, $324 million contract, and Cole is far from being considered overpaid for this. Last season in Houston, he led the AL in ERA at 2.5 and strikeouts at a whopping 326. He also earned himself a 20-5 record. His playoff production carries an identical look after leading his team to the ALCS and the World Series, but you can say what you want about that. He now joins a Yankee team that has a loaded lineup but is dealing with a lot of injuries on the mound. However, as he enters his age 30 season, Cole will still produce some very high productive pitching as he looks to win his first World Series with his new squad. Number 4. Mookie Betts. After being traded to the Dodgers this past offseason, as crazy as it is, Mookie Betts might not even wear the Dodgers uniform in a game, but that's for another video. Mookie Betts, who is only 1 year removed from his AL MVP season, is still a highly productive hitter in this league. In 2019, he hit 29 home runs and 80 RBIs at a .295 batting average. He also led the AL in runs scored for the second straight season and earned the Golden Glove Award and Silver Slugger. And expectations can only go higher for Betts, as he now joins a very loaded Dodgers hitting lineup featuring Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager, Max Muncy, Justin Turner, and up-and-coming prospect Gavin Lux. Big things can be expected from Betts this upcoming season as he now wears the red, white, and blue of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Number 3. Cody Bellinger. Since winning NL Rookie of the Year in 2017, Cody Bellinger has taken major steps forward, especially this past season. He became the Dodgers' best hitter and going so far as to earn himself an NL MVP award. Finishing with a batting percentage of .305, he hit for 45 home runs and 115 RBIs, both career highs for him. He also had major increases in OPS, OBS, and slugging percentages. And to top it all off, he led the NL in wins above replacement. At only 24 years old, Bellinger still has a lot of room to grow and could potentially be one of the elite players in baseball for years to come. Number 2. Christian Yelich. Since being traded from the Miami Marlins in the 2017-2018 offseason, Christian Yelich has exploded. He earned himself NL MVP and NL MVP runner-up in his first 2 years respectively. Although he dislocated his kneecap towards the end of the season this year, his numbers were MVP caliber at the time he went down, averaging career highs in batting average, home runs, and OPS, and leading the NL in batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and OPS. Although the roster has taken major steps back in Milwaukee, Yelich is still predicted to have a very productive season at only 28 years old. Number 1. Mike Trout. There is no debate for any other player at the number 1 spot other than Mike Trout. Although the batting average and stolen bases are down from previous seasons, that does not discredit the kind of player Mike Trout can be and has been. In 2019, he hit 45 home runs, a career high, and 104 RBIs, his second highest earning. Because of his production, the Angels chose to award him a 12-year, $430 million contract extension, one of the largest contracts in MLB history. And to top it all off, he is still 28 years old, and it would take a lot to see his extremely high production go down.